So this week we're gonna go over, just do a little starter to begin with, just to recap what we did last week.
Okay.
So that's what I've got open here. And then what we do after that is, you've got a bit of a choice. So I'll just go through the tabs that I've got. I don't know if you remember, but last week we did the full page on, solving equations
Yes.
with the coordinates. And then we did half of the page of expanding brackets.
Yes, I've got the page.
Yeah?
Yes.
And we didn't get a chance to do the other half of the expanding brackets page or the solving equations page, which looks like this.
Yeah, I've got, yes.
Yeah. And I've also got proportion and ratios, which your dad said you've seen before. So basically, we'll do this quick starter, and then if you want to have a think about which one you'd like to do, because obviously we didn't finish these, but if you feel confident, because I know that you were really good at expanding brackets last week.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to skip that one and go on to the ratio and proportion, then we can completely do that.
Okay.
So, just to start off with then, do you want to try this question?
Okay. So 4x plus 10 equals x subtract 2. Okay, so so x is gonna be, if x 10. Wait, okay. I have a question. You see the minus 2?
Yeah.
Is that, and the x, is it all together? Okay, so okay, I got it. So it would be, would x be 12, a 6, would x would be, wait, would x be 8, negative 8?
Not quite.
No, we need to go more because adding down. Negative 16.
Not quite again. It is a negative though, you are right about that. So this one's a bit trickier because I added the negatives in to make the answer a negative number, which we didn't have last week.
Oh, okay, I think I've got, if you need to add 10, that makes x. Oh, okay, 11, 10, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait, 14, 15, 16. Wouldn't it be negative 16? Because if you add 4 to negative 16, that will become 12, and then you add 10, which will become.
It's not minus 16. So, do you remember back to last Friday when I said that for some questions it's really easy to do them in your head?
Yeah, no, now I know. You have to do the answer. Okay, that would be 3, negative 3.
Negative 3, yeah, brilliant. So, yeah, so last week I said that some of them were really easy to do in your head. You could just look at and get it straight away. But sometimes they get a bit harder, like, for example, when we've got a mix of positives and negatives. And do you remember last week how we did it the long way so that we could always do it?
Mm-hmm.
So we started by trying to get the x's onto one side and the numbers onto the other. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? So the first step for this one, to get the x, so we want the x's on one side. So since there's more on this side than there is on this side, we'll move this one across.
Mm-hmm.
By minusing it.
Yes.
From both sides, do you remember?
Yes.
Yeah? Coming back to it?
What I did, so you see x, it would make 10 minus, with 12 minus 10 would be 2. So what I did, I done 4 times 3, which is 12. And then I subtracted it by 10, which made 2, so 3x, so it would be 3.
Yeah. So then, once you get to this stage, you just do the same thing as before. We want to get the numbers onto one side, so this means we've got to get rid of this 10. And because it's a positive, we're going to do the opposite and get a negative. Take a negative from either side to get it by itself. And then we get 3x equals minus 12, because we've got minus 2 minus 10. And then, like you said, yeah, that gives us minus 3. But do you see how by just writing it out the long way around, you can get the right answer every time?
Yes.
So it's really good to sort of keep this one in mind. But yeah, I think you've got a really good grasp on that. How do you feel?
Yeah.
Yeah?
When I first started it, like on Friday, I didn't know how to do most, but now the method it got that easy. It's better.
Oh, brilliant. I'm so glad to hear that. So, would you like to then go on to expanding brackets, which we did half of this last week, solving equations, which is the harder one, where you combine what we've just done for the starter there and what we did with the expanding brackets last week? Or if you don't fancy doing either of those, we can go straight on to ratio and proportion.
Can we do ratio and proportion?
Yeah, no problem. Do you want to start with ratio or proportion?
Ratio.
Ratio, yeah. Cool. So, have you done these questions before?
Yes, I've done these questions before. But
So what I was thinking is just to give you a bit of a recap. If you want to pick one question from part 5 and one question from part 6, and then I'll find some other questions that you can try.
Okay. So, a large plate has 28 mustard sandwiches. How many ham sandwiches are there on 2 large plates? That one was hard for me. And
yeah, do you want to try that one?
Yes.
We'll go through that one again, and then which one? Which other one?
And on number 6, it was Emily sharpened some of the blunt pencil. The new ratio of sharp pencils to blunt pencils is 5:1. How many pencils did she sharpen? That one. The B on number 6.
Yeah. So this one, and in number 5 it was, which one, sorry? Number A.
No, B. No, yeah, number A.
A, yeah.
Because I thought it was saying A and A.
Right, so should we try, we'll start with 5A.
Okay. A small plate has 6 ham sandwiches. How many mustard sandwiches are there on a plate?
So,
if you look here, it says 3 to 4. So what he done it was if they doubled 3, which became 6, and then if they doubled 3, which became 6, you have to double 4 to become 8.
Yeah, brilliant. Really good. And then the ratio is 6 to 8, because that can reduce to 3 to 4. So then how many mustard sandwiches are on the plate? There must be 8. Yeah, brilliant. Really, really good. So then we're told that a large plate has 28 mustard sandwiches. How many ham sandwiches are there on 2 large plates?
This one I did not really understand that well. So can you
Yeah, no problem.
go through it? How many ham? A large plate, 26.
So exactly the same method as what you did before, but this time it's a bit tricky because.
Wait, I think I know.
Yeah.
The mustard sandwiches, 48. Would you have to multiply it by 7?
Yeah, brilliant. Really good.
Because they switched from 4 multiplied by 7 is 28. So
Yeah.
that means if you do 3 multiplied by 7, it will become 21.
Yeah, brilliant. And then there's a little bit of a trick in this question because it says how many ham sandwiches, I've highlighted it there, are on 2 large plates.
So would you have to double 21? That would be
Yeah,
42.
Which would be 42. Yeah, brilliant. Really good. Really, really good.
And question 6.
Yeah.
In a pack of 24 pencils, the ratio of sharp pencils to blunt pencils is 3 to 1. How many of the pencils in the pack are sharp?
So we might have to do part A and then work out part B, looking at this question. So let's just start with part A. In a pack of 24 pencils, the ratio of sharp to blunt is 3 to 1.
So if 3 to 1 is blunt.
So do you know how to work out this kind of question? So they've given us a ratio and we have a whole.
Okay, so it says that three are sharp and 1 are blunt. So we have to divide it by 24. No.
So this time, it might be easier if I draw it out actually. I'm not going to draw 24, but I'm just going to draw a little example for you. So let's say that we only had 10, maybe 5, we'll do 5. 5 circles, because I've got little circle things. So we've got 5 circles. Oh no, we'll do 10, because it won't take that much longer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 10 there. And if we want to separate them in the ratio, what ratio will work?
5 to 5?
5 to 5 won't work. We'll do 4 to 1.
4 to 1, yes.
Because this will make sense in a minute why it has to be a certain number. So we want to split these 4 to 1. But we have 10 different things. And this is sharing it 4 parts on this side and 1 part on this side.
Okay,
so the amount of parts we have altogether is 5 parts.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because of the half of 10.
Yeah, so then it's half of 10, yeah, and that's why I chose 4 to 1. So we add these together to figure out how many parts we have, which is 5. And we know that 5 parts, hang on, I'll just put a little. 5 parts is equal to like 2 circles. 5 parts. So then we know that 5 parts is equal to the 10 circles.
Yes. So
10 circles.
So it's half it and it's 5 and 5.
Yes. So then, oh yeah, go on. So then how many parts do we have? So in one part.
In one part we have in one part we have two.
2, yeah. So we had 5 parts equals 10 circles. So we can divide both of these sides by 2.
2.
And get 1 part is equal to 2 circles, which is exactly what you said.
And is the other part 8?
Yeah, so then we know that 1 part is equal to 2 circles. So I'll just do this in colour because it'll be easy. So 1 part will be 2 circles. And 4 parts
would be 8.
Will be 4 times 2 circles, which is the other 8. So that's how you do it when you've got a big number and you need to split the big number into a ratio. So we'll have a little go with this pack of 24 pencils.
Okay, so Okay, let me do it. Let me see.
Yep.
We know three are sharp and one is blunt in the thing, in the ratio. So, and there's 24. Will it be 3 is 20. No, the 3. No, so wait, 24. 3 and 1. So would 3 be 20? Because there's 24 parts. There's 24 pencils.
Not quite. So, actually, is it? No, not quite. So, do the exact same way that we did it before.
Okay, 1 second. So let me get this one. Okay, so two parts before.
So we have, how many parts do we have?
We have 24 parts.
We have 24 pencils, and the ratio is 3 to 1.
Okay.
So
there would be 21 pencils. No.
So 21 pencils is equal to the 3 plus the 4.
Yeah.
3 plus the 1, sorry.
Yes.
Which is
20.
4.
Yes. And then 3 would be 21, and 1 would. Yeah, 3 would be 21, and 3 and.
Not quite 21.
How
So then we want to work out how many are in one part. So I don't know if you can see what I'm writing here.
I don't really. Can you explain it a bit, because I don't really understand this. So
it's okay. That's okay. So do you understand that? So go back to the example we did before with these circles. You might have to scroll down a bit. We had 10 circles, and we wanted to split them into
2 parts.
Into different things. So we had 10 circles. Is equal to.
Wait, okay.
5
I think I'm starting to get it, because on this one, there would be half of 5. So it would be half of 24. Divide 24 by 2, which is 12. Because if like what we did before, we done for 10 would be half of 10 is 5. Because what we done before, and 24 divided by 2 is 12. 24 divided by 2 equals.
But last time we only divided by. We divided by the amount of parts because we wanted to figure out how many pencils were in just one part. So can you see? I'm just going to highlight here.
10 circles equals 5 parts divided by 5 to figure out 1 part. 2 circles equals 1 part. I don't really understand this.
That's okay.
Because you see how we did here. 8 parts equals 4 parts equals 8, and 1 part equals 2. So what I done thing, what's it called? So 21 equals 3 parts, and